All right, we're going to get started. All right. See? All right, and so open and close. All right, so you want to make sure that you're opening up from those hips, standing nice and tall, activating the upper back, just a little bit into the lower abdominals, and of course those glutes. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just pulse it up and down. Again, nice and tall. So you want to make sure that you're not trying to go deeper than what your ankle joint actually allows you to do. Okay? Once those feels are down and we're in this particular position, ankle will restrict the movement. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here and we just lift through those heels. Again, this is where we add a bit more abdominal engagement. Of course, those glutes are active. The upper back helps quite a bit. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here and we go down and up, down and up. Good. So a little bit more. You're going to wobble a bit forward and back. And part of getting stronger and balanced is being able to catch yourself. That will come from the center. And here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those heels all the way down and step it out to the right and back to center. Good. Take it out and together, out and together. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the other side. We take it out and together. Good. Here's 4, and 3, 2, and 1 to the other side. We're going to alternate right and left. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well, we're going to pause here, pick the heel, and pulse it down. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, switch sides. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, switch for 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1. Switch for singles. Right, left, and left. Good. And here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pick up that other heel, bring those arms up overhead, and slide those shoulders down the back, glutes abs up the back. Good. We're going to lower those heels down, squat it down, then tip forward and pulse. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Now pulse those arms. Slide those shoulders down the back. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Pulse the squat again. Good. And here's 4, 3, 2. Hold right here. Bring your arms up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to take those hands down to the floor. And you're going to squat down and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift. Then getting whatever stretch that you can get. tail under. We don't want to let the leg go in front. Otherwise, we'll miss that hip flexor stretch. Good, and switch as you're ready. Again, you want to make sure the legs are flush. Tuck the tail under. Good, and release. Cross one ankle right above the knee and sitting into the hip. Doesn't matter which leg you start with. And switch sides. Good, getting into that hip, finding length through the spine. And release. So for calves, you do want to find a place that's sturdy, like a wall, pressing the heel into the floor, bending the knee a little bit, straightening out that leg. Good, bending the knee a little, then straightening out that leg. And release. All right, remember you can get a drink anytime that you want to. All right, we're going to start with arms. So you should have a heavy and a lightweight. Always start with your heavy weights. That'll start to give you an idea where you need to be. You can always grab the lower weights, okay? So you're going to open up into first. You're going to take your right heel and place it in front of that left ankle bone. You want to make sure that you're not sitting in your hip. You want to make sure glutes, abs, upper back engaged, and we're going to go into a sideway as you bring it up and down, up and down. Slide those shoulders down back, engage those glutes. So we do want to check in on that left foot. We want to make sure that there is weight into the forefoot, not just migrated into the heel. We want to make sure that that left knee is not in a hyperextended position. So if you find that you have all your weight into that heel, it's likely that you've locked your knee out. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. You bring the arms up. You press overhead and down. Do try to explore full range of motion. Okay? Full range of motion is not bad for you in general. Okay, it's the person coming into this. So if you have shoulder issues, you do not have to take your elbows out to the side. You can take it forward if you need to take it forward. You do want to explore as much of pain-free range of motion as you possibly can. Hold right here, and we're going to bring the elbows in, open, and open. Now, you want to try to use that upper back to help pull the arms open. Remember, we're moving from the center outward. So my chest is trying to pull the arms in, upper back is trying to pull the elbows out. Good. Here's 4. And 3, 2, and 1. And release. So you're going to take a much wider stance. I'm going to turn to the side so it's easier to see what I'm doing. We're going to squat down. Arms out in front, and take arms out, down. So while we're here, I want to make sure that you slide those shoulders down the back. So my arms are not way out here. They're much closer to my body. You want to gauge the glutes, slide those shoulders down the back. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring it up for a count of 3. So we come up, 2, 3, squat down. 1, 2, 3, squat down. 1, 2, 3, squat it down. 1, 2, 3, squat. 1, 2, 3, squat. 1, 2, 3, and squat. 1, 2, 3, squat. Good. 1, 2, 3, and down. 1, 2, 3. Last one. You don't have to squat this one down. And release. You're going to put the weights down off to the side. Shake those arms out. If you need to get a drink, get a drink. you want to stretch his arms out, you bring it across, bring it across. Gonna just quiet things down. You get into a side bend, into that side bend. All right, so I'm gonna alternate between upper and lower body. So we're gonna go into the legs now. Okay, this way gives the upper body a break. Work the lower body, and then we'll go back and forth. Right hand is on your bar or your chair, whatever you're using, could be a pole. You're gonna open up into first, coming up into releve. Glue those heels together. If your arms aren't tired, you can bring your arm up into second. Take it down and up, down and up. Now, you want to drive through the big toes as much as you can. That is an indicator when your form is starting to go. It's when you try to roll out to the pinky toe more. Push those heels into each other. When you push the heels into each other, you create tightness for the legs, which brings stability for those knees. But so does driving through that big toe as well. Engage the glutes, abdominals a bit, upper back. The idea is to be as light as you can with that right hand as much as possible. And here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down for 2. We go down, 2, up, 2, down, 2. Now, as you go down 2, up 2, down, you're squeezing both directions. You want to create that tension both ways. Last one, take it down for 3. 1, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3. Last one, down, 2, 3, and now back to singles. Good. Remember, you can always drop to the heels. You can always bring that arm down, especially if you feel that your neck is trying to hold the arm up instead of your mid back and the arm itself. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here, pulse. Good. Now you can take on different depths for the pulsing. You're not committed to any one depth. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold right here. You can start to rock those hips. Now with those heels together, the hip rocking is very small. You don't have a lot of room to move. It's even smaller. So it doesn't need to be big. Keep pushing those heels into each other for those stability. We're going to take it down for 4. Here we go. Take it down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to lower those heels down, shake out those legs. We do want to stretch, definitely get into quad hip flexor. Again, make sure those legs are flush, tuck that tail under. And switching sides and tucking the tail under. Now, whether or not you want to get hips is up to you. I personally don't feel I need to get into the hips, but if you need to get into the hips, get into the hips. Definitely get into the calves. Press that heel into the floor. Again, do something sturdy so you've got leverage, or you can hang your heel off of a step if you're close to a step. And definitely get a drink. All right, so we're going to go back to those weights. So if you that nice break, you can probably still grab those heavies. All right, we're going to open back glutes, abs, upper back. And we go back into that side raise. Again, you should not be able to lift up your left toe or your right toes. You should not be able to lift up those right toes. That right knee is not into hyperextension. So if you've migrated that weight all the way into the heels, you gotta make sure you check in on that. Make sure you're sliding those shoulders down the back, drawing the belly in to help lift these arms. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here, bring those arms up, press it up, and down. Now again, taking the elbows straight out to the side is bothersome to your shoulders, then you can bring those arms around. Work with the variation that works best for you and a range of motion that is pain-free. You can get into a full range, that would be ideal. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna hold right here, bring arms in and open. Again, upper back is gonna pull those elbows open. Chest is gonna bring the elbows in. You don't feel the chest as much as the back, but that's okay. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. You're gonna take that wider stance again. I'm gonna turn to the side again so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna squat down. Arms are along the side of the body. You can bring it up, down, and down. Now, we want to make sure you squeeze those glutes when you come up to the top. Arms are straight. Good. All right, here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pulse the squat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. So I'm only pulsing the squat. I'm not pulsing my arms. Yeah. Here's 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. 2, 3. Now next one, we're going to lift up your right knee. Lift. Here's 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. Last one. Good. You're going to hold that squat. I'm going to turn again. I'm going to bring those arms up. Extend. Now, we draw the belly in. Gauge those glutes. Slide the shoulders down the back. And here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Go ahead and put your weights down. Shake it out. And again, you can stretch those arms out. Legs don't need it so much quite yet. And again, get a drink if you need to get a drink. If you're not thirsty, wet your whistle anyway. You might be thirstier than what you realize. You don't want to wait for the feeling of thirst. All right, so we're going to take your bar or your chair to your left hand. We're going to take a wider stance, coming up into releve. We do engage those glutes, tensing up the leg. We go down and up, down and up. And again, if you would like that arm in second position, you still have to activate the back whether the arm is up or down. We just want to make sure that this doesn't move up into the neck. Make sure you still drive this through the big toe. Okay? So we can't push those heels into each other, obviously. That did help with stability. So we still want to be able to let go of whatever it is that we're using. Okay? And here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down, 2, up, 2. We go down, 2, up, 2. So as you can see, when the heels or your feet are away from each other, you can find more depth. Whether the heel is on the ground or off the ground, especially for second position. You still want to tense the legs, both directions. All right, we're going to take it down for 3. Down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3. Just one more, and down, 2, 3. Back to singles. Okay? My arm's just getting tired. If you want to keep your arm up, it's entirely up to you. Now, when the calves start to shake, mine are starting to shake, and the outside of my calf is starting to burn. So that's letting me know I actually do need to drop to my heels. You can certainly keep the arm up. You can certainly drop, keep the heels up if you want. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here, pulse. Engage the glutes, slide the shoulders down the back. You want tension going through the legs. You want to be able to let go, especially if you're in releve. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. Rock those hips. Good. As you can also see and feel, there's a lot more range of motion that you can explore when those heels are apart. Take it down. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. Last one, down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. And lower those heels if you haven't already. Shake those legs out. You can get into stretching quads, hip flexors. Tuck that tail under. Switch as you're ready. Tucking that tail under. And again, if you want to get into your hips, feel free to get into the hips. When we're stretching in between sets, it's just to quiet things down. It's not to get this big, huge release. Remember, get into those calves. Because we don't want to sedate those muscles. We can do that when we're done with class. All right. Remember, you can switch weights out in the middle of what we're doing. But if you still feel confident with the heavier weights, grab heavier weights. We're going to open up into first, gauge those glutes, palms go up, and we go out, 2, in, 2. Out, 2, in, 2. Good. So now, again, the glutes are still active. You still have weight that's into that forefoot. You don't want to lock those knees out. We're moving from the center outward. So it's not just the arms. I'm not driving this from my hands. I'm driving this from my chest and upper back. Last one. You're going to hold right here. Bring it up, 2, down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. All right. So when you pull down, make sure that's what you're doing. Is that you're pulling down and not just letting those arms fall, okay? So make sure your upper back, those biceps are helping. Good. And last one, you're gonna hold at the top, take it down and up. All right, so a lot of people don't have a lot of thoracic extension, which will cause a lack of range motion in the shoulders. So your hands do not have to be right next to each other. Okay, so one from the side, we're not trying to shove anything forward, we gotta pull that in. If when sliding those shoulders down the back, it changes arm position, that's fine. It's an extension, we're getting triceps. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those weights to the floor. All right, shake it out again. Again, quick stretches. Again, it's just to quiet things down. You're gonna grab your bar again, or whatever it is that you're using. Right hand is on the bar. All right, so I'm gonna turn to the side for this first part. So when I do that, it's the outside leg. You don't have to turn, it's just so you can see. It's the outside leg that's going to lunge back. Hand starts on the waist. We're going to slide through, lunge back. Now, as we go through, we point the toes, the legs stay straight. For this one, I never bend my outside leg for any reason. I'm just flexing and pointing at the foot and ankle and at the hip, not my knee. Muscles that are right above that knee are contracted. If you would like to bring that arm into second position, feel free. And notice when my leg goes back, my torso tips forward. Here's, if you would like to add releve, add releve. Remember, this is not about the height of the leg. It's can you keep that leg straight? Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to slide that back leg in. You can drop the arm if you want. And face the front again. All right, we're just going to pause. So it's a curtsy. Now you're still driving through the big toe. Not just on the back leg, but on the front leg as well. Even though we got equal weight going, we don't want that knee to fly out. We got to keep it driving in on that big toe. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. So we curtsy, kick, curtsy, kick. So this one we do bend that back leg because we're coming out of that curtsy. We still want to get that leg straight as we can. And it's not about the height. If you feel as though you want to bring this into second, feel free to bring this into second. Good. If you would like releve, let's bring it into releve. Releve is certainly just an option. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to rotate towards your bar. Arm is in front. Leg is back behind you. You're going to square those hips up. Whatever is in front of you, pulse. So it's not about trying to get that leg higher. Squeeze the butt cheek. Try to get that leg straight. When you square those hips up, it will shorten that range of motion anyway. That's so we can focus on that glute. Standing leg is the one that's going to get beat up. 4, 3, 2, 1. So we bend the knee, open, and bring that arm up and come up with that pulse. Now the accent is straight back behind you. Depending on what kind of mobility you have in that hip will dictate how big this is. You can always put those arms down as you need to. If from working from the highest position irritates your back too much, then just drop the leg down. We're going to put this together. Here we go. 3 arabesque, 1 attitude. Here's 3, 2, 1, attitude. 3, 2, 1, attitude, 3, 2, 1, attitude, 3, 2, 1, attitude, 3, 2, 1, attitude. Last one. Good. And shake it out again. Standing leg is in an isometric contraction. This is why it's going to burn more. Don't stretch it first. Take that outside leg, that left leg, cross it right above that right knee, sitting into the hip. Very subtly get in this area. We need to let that metabolic waste leave. And that fresh blood in. So then when you do stretch it, it doesn't feel numb. All right. Again, get a drink as you need to get a drink. All right. We're going to go back to those weights. All right. So we're going to open up into first. This time we come up into releve. Glue those heels together. And again, you want to try to get into that big toe, push the heels into each other. And we go out, 2, in, 2. Now, sometimes when you get really high into releve, you have a lot of trouble with balance. You can bring those heels closer towards the floor to help you with that, especially as you get deeper into class. We're going to be accumulating more and more fatigue. Okay, so you're going to notice that it's harder and harder to maintain. Last one, we're going to hold here, we go up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, still engage the glutes, a lot more upper, or a lot more abdominals active, upper back, move from the center outward, that might mean you have to go slower. And last one, hold at the top, you take it down and up, down and up. And again, I'm not trying to shove the chest forward, the low back back. Okay, again, when you fall out of it, you have to get, I'm pretty close to the floor at this point. Just getting enough fatigue today. This is how it is. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Again, placing those weights on the floor, shaking it out. I mean, you don't have to do the stretch and then the drink first. Doesn't have to be in a particular order. You can do the drink first and then stretch the arms out. And again, if you get into that side bend, that'll help. Okay. Getting your bar, or again, whatever it is that you're using. All right, so we're going to take a wide stance. Right hand is on the bar. We're going to squat it down. We're going to side bend towards the bar and elbow to knee. Squat down and elbow to knee. If you felt really strong and energetic, you could have a very light weight in the hands, like closer to 1, 2, maybe 3 pounds. And last one, pulse the squat for 3. Here's 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, and lift. 1, 2, 3, and lift. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to hold that squat. Nice and wide, a little bit wider than the second position. Engage the glutes, slide the shoulders down the back. Challenge the depth. Believe it or not, the lower you go, the more you'll feel that higher up in those So bring those legs a little closer together. We're going to squat, side leg lift. Now when you move into this side leg lift, make sure you squeeze the butt cheeks. Keep your knee, your thigh to the front. It's not a big lift. Okay, last one. Hold at the top and pulse. 2, 3, down. And pulse. 2, 3, down. Pulse. 2, 3, down. And pulse. 2, 3, down. Pulse. 2, 3, down. Pulse. 2, 3, down. And pulse. 2, 3. One more. And pulse. 2, 3. We just go down. We come back up. Sorry about that. Flex foot. Squeeze those cheeks. Forward, back. Forward, and back. Good. Draw the belly in. Try not to lean into your bar. Remember, it's still your whole body that's got to stabilize itself against this movement. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to point the toes. Hands go back behind the back. You're going to bend those knees, elbow to those knees. We open and extend. Now, on this extension, make sure that you do it nice and slow, and you give that extension for the knee. It's not a snap. If you're having trouble getting the legs straight, don't lift so high. Trying to get those knee extensors. Last one. And shake it out again. We don't want to race into stretching that hip quite yet. Take this outside leg, place it behind the inside leg, side bend towards your bar, straighten out the arms. So, because I don't have anything sturdy, straighten out those arms. That'll dig a little bit deeper, both arms, for that stretch. You can drop it down. You can open up against different portions of these muscles. And now you take outside leg in front of the inside leg. Same thing, except this is just a little different on the target, just a little. If there's something there, you'll notice it. And release. Then stretch that hip. Cross the ankle right above the knee. Getting into that hip. And switch. And release. So we're going to not alternate this one with the arms. We're just going to switch to the other side. So again, just move whatever it is that you're using to the left side. Take a wider stance. Back up a little bit. There we go. We're going to squat down. Side bend over to knee. Bring it up and down. Up and down. Up. And again, if you have decided to use a very light weight for this little segment, you can. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse the squat for 3, 2, 1, and lift. Pulse, 2, 3, and lift. Pulse, 2, 3, and lift. Pulse, 2, 3, and lift. Pulse, 2, 3. Just one more, and pulse, 2, 3, and squat. So you're going to take that wider stance, find some depth, pulse. Remember, you're not committed to going deep. Challenge whatever the depth is for you. For 1, 2, or 3 reps and back out as you need to back out. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. So just bring it on up, bring those legs in a little bit. And squat, side leg lift. Now remember, squeeze that butt cheek to lift up the leg. Keep the knee, the thigh facing the front of the room. Last one. This time you're gonna hold it up at the top. Pulse, 2, 3, down. Pulse, 2, 3, down. Pulse, 2, 3, and down. Pulse, 2, 3, down. Pulse, 2, 3, down. Pulse, 2, 3, down. Pulse, 2, 3, down. This is the last one. Good. All right. Now hold at the top, hand to the waist, flex the foot, squeeze those cheeks in. Forward, back. And the idea is not to hang on to the bar to get stronger at this. The idea is to get your body stronger without this. So you may have to go a little bit slower in order to achieve that. That's perfect. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to point those toes, hands go back behind the head, and bend the knees, lift open and extend. Good. Remember, the idea is to get that knee straight, squeeze that extension, not so much trying to snap it. Last one. Good. All right, shake it out. Outside leg goes behind the inside leg. Side bend. And again, straighten out both arms. You have to readjust your body in order to do that. Drop the knees or drop the top shoulder. And open. And release. Take that outside leg in front of the inside leg. Once again, we're going to side bend. We're going to drop that down. And open again. Getting those arms straight is really helpful for the stretch. And then facing whatever it is that you're using for support to stretch into those hips. Remember, get a drink if you need to get a drink. All right. If you got a squishy ball, grab it. If you don't have a squishy ball, but maybe like a football or a soccer ball or whatever, you just won't do the same type of squeezing, okay? If you don't have anything, just pretend. That works too. All right, so you're gonna actually face what it is that you're using, because if we end up doing it like this, the inside leg does end up working harder. Of course, the idea is to not lean into that leg. You're gonna put it in between the knees, okay? But notice my feet aren't wide. I've got to bring them in a little bit more where it kind of makes me bow-legged. So then I have to squeeze it already, okay? And releve is your option. Here we go. We take it down, up. It's not about coming all the way up, so don't worry about that, especially if that feels difficult. That's actually not the point. The point is to capture the adductors like this. Now, you still want to drive through that big toe. You still want to engage the glutes. Abdominals, upper back, because the idea again is to not use your bar so much as possible, okay? Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here, just pulse up and down. You can also take on different depths. It doesn't have to be this angle. You can go deeper. That'll actually work up the leg for those adductors. You can also have the heels on the ground. You don't have to be in releve. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the ball. Okay, so they're repetitions. Again, if you're not working with a really soft ball, just hold. Just do an isometric hold, okay? Otherwise, you'll bruise up your knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. We go down and up. So I'm dropping to my heels. My right calf feels like it's getting brutalized. So I don't need to continue to do that. I found Corey's edges today. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the bottom and pulse. I'm just going to give those calves a break. Again, if you feel that you need to, you certainly have that opportunity to do that. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold right here. Now squeeze, 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 squeeze. Again, you want to be able to be really light with the bar or have the hands off completely. And you can work, that's more central core work. I don't have to do stuff on the floor to work that central core. Easily doing it right here. Just feels different because the whole body's involved. 4, 3, 2, 1. We go down, up, down, up. So I'm going to play around with belly band again. It feels like my calf got a break. Again, it's not about getting the legs straight, even though it looks like that's what I'm doing. I'm really not. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom, pulse. Then you can take on different depths. Do that foot check-in. Make sure that you're driving through the big toe. If the calves are hurting, just drop down to those heels. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold right here. Now squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Again, letting go down. The more tired we get, especially this far into class, the more the body wants to lean into all this. It's a very normal response. 4, 3, 2, 1. We just have to be aware of it. Okay? All right. So you don't, well, we might need a bar. Just because we got to transition. So you don't need your bar chair anymore. We're going to head down to the floor. All right. All right. And if you do have squishy ball, use it for what we're getting ready to do. If you do not have a squishy ball, do not use that soccer ball, do not use that basketball. You just have to do this from the floor. It's not a big deal, okay? So, just moving my music around. All right. All right, so if you are on this ball, this goes right around the shoulder blade area, okay? If this becomes too much for your neck, because your neck flexors have to stabilize your head. Basically, it's stabilizing the cervical spine against the weight of your head. If going through this range of motions, now that makes your head heavier, it's too hard on the head and neck, you're on the floor, okay? We don't want to sacrifice the neck for an abdominal exercise, okay? So, here we go. So we bring it up and back. So think up, 2, back, 2, up, 2, and back, 2, up, 2, back, 2. So notice I'm not staring at the ceiling. I am following the line all the way up, but will be between my knees. This is so you can keep that work in the cervical flexors and not having it be driven by the neck extensors. Last one, up, 2, back. You're gonna bring it up for 3, and up, 2, 3, back, and up, 2, 3, back, and up, 2, 3, and back, and up, 2, 3, one more, and up, 2, 3. We're gonna reverse it now. Up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2. Now up 4, back 4, up, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, and 4. One more, and take it back. And now singles, we bring it up, back. So when we go into singles, you will typically do a shorter range of motion. Remember, you can be easily doing all this on the floor. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now you're just gonna, if you're on the ball, you just drape yourself over the ball. If you're not on the ball, you're just gonna stretch the legs out, arms up overhead. For that stretch, for that break. And now you're gonna come back. You're just gonna pick a leg and we're gonna do a cross crunch. We bring it up, 2, back, 2, and up, 2, back, 2, and up, 2, and back, 2, up, 2, back, 2. Last one for 2s. We're going to bring it up for a count of 3 and up, 2, 3, back, and up, 2, 3, back, and up, 2, 3, back, and up, 2, 3, reverse this, up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2, 3. Last one, and we're going up 4, down 4. Here we go, up, 2, 3, 4, and back, 2, 3, 4. Just one more, and up, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3. Now singles, we'll bring it up and back, up. And here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, we either drape yourself over the ball, or just that nice big stretch, reaching overhead, extending the legs out. And now to the other side, up 2, and up, 2, back, 2, and up, 2, back, 2, good, up, 2, back, 2, and up, 2, back, 2, up, 2, all right, bring it up for 3, and up, 2, 3, back, and up, 2, 3, and back, and up, 2, 3, and back, and up, 2, 3, we're gonna reverse this, bring it up, back, 2, 3, up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2, 3, and up, back, 2, and 3, up 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, take it back, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and back, 2, 3, and 4. Singles, we bring it up and back, up and back. Good. And here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we just drape over the ball. And again, you don't have the ball, just nice big stretch both directions. Extending the legs, extending the arms. And now taking that ball out from underneath, if you have that ball, You're gonna lie flat on your back. You're gonna take your right leg over your left leg, dropping the knees to the right. So I have a very specific intention when it's like this. You may have to back in and out a few times. It's a nice target for this area that we spent really about 45 minutes tightening. And release, coming back to center. We release the cross, hugging those knees in towards the chest, wiggling the hips. Feet go back down to the floor. You're going to take left over right and drop the knees to the left. Again, I'm trying to target this, what would look like the corner of your body, both directions. Whatever's tight will show up. There's a little bit biting in the back. Just back out and back into it. Don't wait for it to release. You may have to actually do something like back out and then move back into it. And release. Now you're going to take that left leg, open that knee up, pick up your right leg, reach through the hold that that right leg made, or left leg made. We're going to slide those shoulders down the back. Push, if you can push that elbow into that left knee. You can also take that right knee towards the right a little bit so you can explore different portions of that hip. But it's not about lifting those hips out. You gotta keep them glued down to the floor. And release. Switch sides, cross that right ankle above left knee. Pick up left leg, reach through. Get a hold of that left leg. Finding that length through the spine again. If you can push the elbow into the knee. And then take the knee to the left. And again, we're just exploring different tightnesses that will be on that hip. Again, we're trying to push that sacrum down to the floor. And release. Go ahead and roll that on up. I'm going to slide your left foot to the inside of the right leg. Leaning forward again. Ideally, you want to be able to pull on the foot, not smash the toes. Contract the quadriceps, leaning forward. I'll just turn to the side so it's kind of a little bit better angle. Again, I've got a hold of my foot, pulling, sliding the shoulders down the back. And switch. Again, sliding those shoulders down the back, contracting the quadricep. Well, stretching is about relaxing. You're not actually relaxing the body while you're trying to stretch. There's contractions happening on the opposing muscle group, so you can get those hamstrings or the other muscle group to inhibit it. And release. We're going to come all the way up to standing. Again, use whatever it is you've been using for support. Get a hold of that foot, legs together, tuck that tail under. Again, we don't want that knee to go forward, otherwise we miss those hip flexors. And switch sides, tucking that tail under. Good. And getting into those calves one last time. And again, using something that's sturdy like the wall, pressing the heel into the ground. You do want your hips squared up and the knee a little bit. You can straighten out the leg. Switching as you need to switch. And then when you get those calves done, you're done. Thanks for joining class today.